Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, we'd like to thank Optimum Engineering for sponsoring the video. Optimum Engineering is a company that offers building and consulting services. For more information, to contact Saki Shakalela on 081 467 8855. Enjoy the video.
3, 2, 1, level up, level up, level up, level up. Oh, ladies and gents, welcome to. I feel like I always start with the same intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special episode. But all our episodes are special.
Yeah.
But this one's very special, man.
Yeah.
Got a homie. Like a lot of times, I have people on, but like they're not like I wouldn't consider them to be friends. But yeah, no, you are my brother. You're my brother. Today's guest is a brother. He's a very, very smart, very intelligent human being. He's, well, I almost said he's tall. that blessing he hasn't got it. But yeah, I mean, he's a very caring person. Someone who's dear to me. And he's a medical technologist. With that dingo mamponi.
Yeah.
Medical technology. Do you even know what it means?
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the No Cap Podcast, Mr. Clayton-Medical. Welcome to the podcast, my brother.
Thanks, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that didn't intro
Yeah.
got me. I didn't know that you feel that way about me, but it's all good, man.
Those are crying now. Those are
No,
crying?
no,
Okay.
not yet. It's
Not
maybe
yet.
at the end or when we cut the camera. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Not yet.
Brothers only cry off camera.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I know you're a bit hesitant to come on the podcast because you're like, what am I gonna say? What? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, like we literally spend so many hours, playing video games together, like Call of Duty, and I was like, it's the same because we're usually just talking shit most of the time on our team, and yeah, getting our ass whooped by small kids.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. Yeah, let's get into it. Tell me about yourself. Like, who is Clayton-Medical? Like, where did you grow up? Yeah, where did you go to school? Like, that's like let's start from high school.
Yeah.
And then varsity.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's a loaded question, but whenever somebody asks me to introduce myself, like
Yeah.
I get speechless. I just don't know what to say.
say,
Yeah, what to tell them. But I actually grew up from Diva. I am from Diva, school there from high school, but I identify as, or I like to say that I'm from Kalongo.
Kalongo.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
yeah, but Kalongo is home.
No, sorry to interrupt you. I remember one time I was driving with work and I was somewhere, and you're like, "Is that the road to Kalongo?" I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, it's not. Yeah, okay.
It's actually a beautiful road, Yeah, but otherwise, guy from Diva. I went to, surprisingly, everyone from Diva. Whenever I tell them I went to Ashiana, they'll be like, nah, because it was one of those schools. It's nice for me, but for everyone else, the outsider, they'll be like, no, man, this school.
I've never
It's
actually
not
heard of it.
Ashiana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made it a primary now.
Oh, okay.
Back in our days, it was a combined school, so we went there until grade 10.
Oh, okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
they downgraded it because I think part of the reason they downgraded is because we used to have bigger people that are older with bad influence, so they were trying to just cut off and then
So-
start over with the smaller ones, so that it's and rebuild. Ashiana, and then I went to GT for high school. That was a good experience, a good school and stuff. And then from there on, came to Windhoek 2012. I haven't left since, I haven't relocated or went back home. So yeah, I don't know what else I need to tell you guys about me. I did biomedical sciences. Like he said, I'm a medical. Actually, the terminology changed. We are called officially by registration at the council. We are medical laboratory scientists.
Scientists.
Yeah.
Not medical technologists.
No, we are not technologists anymore. We are scientists. Officially, if I pull out my registration card, it says scientist.
I mean, you guys do a lot of science, but
Yeah.
we will get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe just like sort of a background how we know each other. So we are colleagues. We work together. but I work in IT and you work in the lab because you're the scientist.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how we know each other, and then so from work, we started talking. Yeah, we became bras. But
Oh, yeah.
let's talk about your experience when you moved to Windhoek. So you were in the north the whole time, and
Yeah.
then only for varsity did you move to Windhoek?
Yeah, actually, yes. I've actually okay. I have, you know, growing up, it's a thing that if you, yeah, growing up in the north, it's a big thing if you have crossed the red line.
Yeah.
You know, the one that job is
Yeah.
constantly fighting. You know,
Trying to break it down.
yeah. You know, the only second time I actually crossed it was when I relocated to Windhoek now for
Legit?
varsity. Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're such a city boy now. I'm like, yeah, this homie is been here.
I'm with Diva boy. That's I don't even consider myself a city boy. Yeah, that was the
Fresh family
second time.
boys.
Yes, you know that time when they in their prime, that
Yeah.
was us they
Oh, yeah.
jiving at pennies or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was now 2012. I stayed with my uncle there in Okuryongava.
Shout out to Kuriongava.
You know,
That's what I'm talking
the
about.
Cristo also shout out to
That's
Umsati.
That's
Yeah, that's home, man. You know, yeah, yeah, and then obviously every day commuting to NUST until completion. Then yeah,
So what did you study at NUST?
yeah, I studied biomedical sciences.
Biomedical sciences.
Yeah, and funny how I actually got into it. I don't think it was not something that I thought I would be doing, you know, for the rest of my life and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So one of the first reason, or the reason I actually applied for it, it's you know, the topic. He's in health science as well.
Okay.
So the topic was like, you know, please apply for this course, man. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea what it was about. He's like, no, apply for this course, Shashi. You know, there's maybe I saw many labs, but these labs are run by foreigners. I want you guys to study and then be up there so that you can take back our thing. Yeah, that was his exact words.
Oh, yeah.
I want you guys to take back what is ours. I'm like,
Yes, you should.
stupid. Yeah.
Yes, you should.
Yes, we should. Then I'm like, okay, I guess let's do it. So I applied. I got accepted because we did very well. And then I was like, nah, man. Like the first time I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna apply, and then maybe the following year I'm gonna move. I actually wanted to do medicine. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Topi wanted me to do that. And then I applied. I got accepted. And then first year or first semester, Topi gave me this scholarship thingy to apply, and then I did. And then
I'm pouring us a shot. Please continue.
yeah, okay. And then I got a scholarship. Then I was like, yo, these guys were offering like good stuff, man. Like they promise you, they pay for your everything, your tuition fees, transport, hostel, books, and meal card. Yeah. Oh wait,
Shout out.
shut up.
Shout out to Jägermeister. Jägermeister.
Yeah. And then from there on, I was like, and this course is actually not that bad. So maybe I should just continue, and there's no need for me to leave. Plus, they also had a clause that said, should you leave and then we don't complete the course, and you have to pay back the money. Yeah, and then I'm like, where am I gonna get back the money?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the burden to the parents.
Yeah,
and this course is actually not so bad. And these
Let me
guys,
finish.
let me finish. And they are really generous,
So
way
wait,
generous than NASFA.
who gave you a scholarship?
It
What organization?
was PEPFA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was PEPFA, and then they're like, the only thing they wanted is for you to finish, and then you work for them for after you're done, like 4 years, and then you work for them 4 years.
Okay.
And then funny thing, then when I was done now, I went back to their office, and then I was like, okay, so you guys paid for me and everything. Like, I'm done now, so
yeah.
where's my job? Yeah, you know, so I can pay back.
Pay back what? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, technically we don't have labs, so we can't give you a job right now. So it's okay, you can go out and look for your own job.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, for real?
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Then I went out to look for my own. I got
nice.
internship, and then I got a job. So basically, I studied for free. So shout out.
So you don't owe NASFA nothing.
Nah, bro. That's for
Suffer well.
yeah, you know.
Suffer well.
But for everyone else that got NASFA, please pay back the money.
Yeah, we are trying, man.
Yeah, please pay back the money.
We're trying. We're trying, and we will. I mean, I don't want to get into the conversation here, but it's only right because we give money back so that they can help other people. But do you know what my main issue is? Even though this is not my interview, is that there are people who have worked like for, let's say, like 40 years and whatnot,
Yeah.
and they let them off scot-free or whatever without paying.
That's because
then-
their records are missing. Yeah, but okay.
Maybe. but then you get now the fresh breeds and whatever,
Yeah.
and they want to come for our mix and whatnot. Yeah. But also, I believe in paying back, but I also believe that our government should get us to a point where education, even at higher institution, should be free, so that everyone really. It's just a matter of you study and get yourself in there, and because like
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like with NUST, it's good enough, man. As long as people pay back, then you have that perpetual
and
supply.
also the problem is this also, the money that goes
yeah.
missing with in-house,
Yeah.
that doesn't even go to the students, because the money
Yeah,
you give it to the
yeah.
students and their records, that you can track and whatnot. But what happens to them? Like start.
Yeah,
When you want to solve your problems, start at home first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
cool.
is true. Yeah.
Let's switch over back to
Yeah.
to your career. Okay,
Yes.
cool. You said you I shouldn't call you a medical technologist.
No.
I call you a scientist.
Yes.
So
Medical scientist.
what work does a medical scientist do? And this I have an idea, but obviously I'm asking for
For the audience.
For the audience, yes.
Okay. So though I don't want to, discredit our fellow health professional and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, your doctors. Yeah, but
Your doctors.
yes. So in order for your doctor to, properly attend to you,
Yeah.
they need to be guided, So they are properly guided by a lab result. So we are the guys that do that now. So they would collect a sample. Obviously, they do their assessments, and then they make the baseline assessment to see what is wrong with you. So they are good at that, the clinical presentation and stuff like that. Yeah, but then maybe you are presenting, your eyes are yellow, for example. Could be jaundice. That's a calculated estimation. Yeah, but they are not sure. So now they would now make a decision to draw an appropriate sample, and then they send to us.
Okay.
Yeah, we are the guys that are gonna tell you that exactly. Like, yes.
By sample, you mean what? Again, I know.
Oh, okay. A sample, I would mean like a blood sample, like they would draw blood from you.
Right.
Sometimes it's blood. Sometimes anything basically that is from a human body. It could be a tissue, and like they would cut off a piece of meat from your body or whatever. It could be sputum or saliva from your thingy. Not really saliva. Saliva is not good. Sputum. Could be like maybe a swab, like you ever saw, and then they swab and stuff like that, and then they bring it to us.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do now our tests, and then we tell them with certainty that yes, this person has this and this, ABC, the diagnosis.
Yeah.
So we give them the diagnosis, and then we send back the results to them, and then only from then they can now treat you appropriately based on the result they get from the lab. Yeah. So that's what we do. For now, we have your microbiology, your culture, and then you check maybe a person has an infection.
Okay.
There's so many organisms, your bacteria that cause human infection. So, and the treatment is different or specific for whatever organism that you have.
Okay.
Yeah. The doctor can check that your thingy that you ever saw that it's basically a necrotic. What's necrosis now? It's getting rot now. Okay, it's getting rotten.
Heavy
Yes.
scientist. the scientist. I told you guys this man is very smart. Yeah? Now the scientist is coming out here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Okay. Okay, let's say now you are the doctor can see that yes, you are getting rotten at a certain point, for example, or like your ear is busted and stuff like that. They can see. But they need to know specifically what organism is causing that, because the treatment it's different and it's specific. So they would give us now the sample, and we are the guys that are going to identify exactly what is the organism that is making you sick, and then we'll give them a diagnosis, and then we tell them that this person has an E. coli, for example, and then now they'll give you now the appropriate regimen or the drugs that will treat that one. That's what we do on the background. And we are mostly the guys at the background, so you don't really see us and we don't get that much praise.
And all the credit is goes to the doctors.
Yes, they go to the doctors. Although we did get our flowers recently, with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
We got our flowers.
Y'all came through.
Yeah, we came through.
Y'all came
Yeah, that was us. Although, like, at some point it was too much. You know, the sample size were too many that we couldn't keep up, or we couldn't release the results as fast as we wanted to be.
So you're not meeting your turnaround time.
Yeah, we couldn't. That's not on us, bro, because the pandemic was hectic.
Yeah. I'm just saying because of the pandemic. Obviously,
Yeah. So like of course everyone have experienced the how bad the pandemic was. Yeah, but the behind the scenes, the lab work was way more exhausting. It was too much. We were also at the risk of contracting this the COVID, even if you are not exposed to people directly, because you're constantly touching the samples. Yeah, every day. You can be as cautious as you want, but it was too much. It was just way too many. It was all over. Yeah, but we managed. We got a few acknowledgement here and there, so we did get our flowers. Yeah, although we normally don't, because we are the behind the scene guys and the doctors, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's sad also. But in the real world is how it is. The guys at the bottom do the work.
Yeah.
The guys at the top will get the praise. The guys at the forefront, which in this case are doctors. And I'm not taking anything from the doctors, anything from the doctors, because they also do a lot of good work.
They do.
So tell me again, you know, I know for a fact like how passionate you are when it comes to students, how you want to help them with research work and whatever. So like, and the idea is for the podcast for us to get a lot of viewers who are in school, because a lot of times you especially high schoolers, you really don't know what to do. You just know like at the end of the day, my parents expect me to have a job, but to decide that this is what I want to study becomes very difficult. Even a classic example, you yourself, you didn't even want to be a medical technologist or a scientist, and you didn't even consider it, but because of your dad, you ended up here. So tell me, what are your day-to-day roles as a medical scientist? So you work in the lab early in the morning. What are you doing during the day? Like what are your tasks that are set in when you get into the lab?
Yeah. Okay. So the job of a medical scientist now, it can be routine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you wake up every morning, you check your temperatures, you check your machines, you do your maintenance, and then from there on, you basically just run samples.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the volumes can be very overwhelming. By the way, the lab runs 24/7.
Yeah.
Because somehow there's always someone in the hospital that is in need of urgent result or something like that. Yeah. So your day-to-day sometimes it can be routine, because you push in, we have, depending on which or where you are basically, but you have your manual procedures and then you have your automated procedures.
Okay.
Your automated procedure, you're like basically aided. So basically you can spend the whole day just, like now pushing in samples into the machine, in and out and stuff like that. And then you get results and then you result and stuff like that. And then your manual, you have to use your hands the whole time consistently. Like, it's very overwhelming. It can be routine, but it's overwhelming. But it's a fulfilling profession in a way that at the end of the day, when you get the results and then you call this out to the doctors in the hospital, like you feel fulfilled that you're actually able to make a difference.
Yeah, you're making a difference.
Yeah, these persons will be able to get a treatment and appropriate treatment what they need. Yeah. I remember there was a time I was I think that time I was still in 10. I got these samples. We call them the CSF, the cerebral spinal fluid.
Okay.
Yeah, these are for people with meningitis and severe head injuries and stuff like that. So I got this sample, normally it was a micro. I did my stuff, your gram stain and then the culture.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is,
Yes.
Yeah. And then I was checking, the microscope that becomes your best friend, although it can be very tiring.
Okay.
Then I'm checking through the microscope and then I'm seeing the organisms, and they are like very specific ones, man. For the lab person, you know what it is. So I've never seen it before in the profession, in the lab.
Yeah.
Only in the studies or whatever, in the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was excited. Yeah, that's another thing that is maybe a dark side of the profession is once you see the anomalies, the things that are really bad that kills people, you get excited because you don't normally see it, but it's a good thing to see. So I see this patient, it's a CSF, and then I see they have these organisms, and then I was happy now. So yeah, I was genuinely happy. So I called the doctor. Then I'm telling him that, no, I found this and this and this. And I think I am positive to say it's this organism, so you can
Yes.
proceed with the treatment.
Yeah.
And then the doctor was like, "Oh, okay, thank you very much." But the enthusiasm was not there. So I was like, no,
What's
what's
going
up,
on?
brah? Like, did I just waste my time,
Yeah.
And I'm here happy." And then,
And you were an intern that time.
yeah, yeah. And then later I was like, "Okay, yeah, thank you." But unfortunately, the patient died.
Oh,
Shit. And it was like an 8-year-old child.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
One. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, yeah. It was like an 8-year-old child. So, I felt bad, bro, because I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy. So those are the certain things that comes with the career. Like you do it somehow. Sometimes it's very fulfilling. You feel good, but it's always good to remember that behind every sample there's a patient, and for as much as it's exciting for you, it might not be as exciting for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a that's like a very important thing you're putting out there to say behind every sample there's a patient, which is literally always the case.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, and I'm saying this now also because we all work in the same field. It doesn't matter where the sample is coming from. Could be from the most remotest of clinics somewhere there in Impalila, in some remote island or whatever. As soon as that sample comes in the lab, there's someone out there who is literally waiting for the results so that they can get the appropriate treatment. And that's why when you say you guys don't get your flowers as much, it's so true, because like you guys do like very, very important work, and the work that you guys do really maybe not as direct as people think, but it impacts the patient's healthcare directly and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true, man. And also, not okay. That's just the good part, but there are also certain instances whereby you can, I don't know, like I don't want to say that you do it intentionally, but things happen.
Yeah.
Whereby you mess up, for some reason, or maybe you spill the sample and then you are unable to perform the test.
Yeah.
That can also like now directly or impact the patient, because they will not get the treatment you want because of your silly mistake that you did in the lab. So it's also you also have to be very cautious also.
Yeah, and also like you were mentioning that, I know for like because I with the work I used to do in the beginning, I would travel to all the clinics and whatnot, and you would find patients complaining, man, like, no, I was here already, and they took a sample. Now you must withdraw blood from me again and whatever. Like the person is, and for the adults maybe it's okay, but like for the little kids, you know, like the parents don't want a child being pricked so many times again. So yeah, it's a very sensitive thing. But now in your line of work, how do you keep up with changes in the industry as a whole? I mean, the new technologies, new equipment that is being developed in the world, and new studies and new procedures being created. How do you stay afloat now? And I'm not, is it only through an academic line, or do you do research outside that? Because like for us who work in IT, it's quite easy because we are literally on the internet pretty much all the time. So let's say when the Microsoft puts out like a new study or whatever, you can just watch a YouTube video or whatever. You don't even need to be certified to go back to your organization and implement something. So how does it work in your line of work?
No, okay, that's a good one. So okay, it's actually that now that you mentioned or you asked, it's actually like a legal requirement. Okay. From the Allied Health Professional Council. There's this thing what they call the CPD points, continuous professional development points. So the council, they have set a minimum that you should achieve per year or so. Okay, I don't know how many, but basically they want, the reason why they do that, they want you to constantly like you attend public lecture, for example,
webinars and stuff.
Yeah, webinars and stuff like that. They give you points, and then you're supposed to register, and then also when you register for a course, maybe you want to do your master's or like an improvement course, that you get points. So what they do now, they randomly, at any random time, they select people randomly, and then they will be like, they would require you to submit your CPD points that you have acquired for the certain period of time. Yeah, so they're not gonna tell you who they're gonna ask, obviously, but then it just keeps you on your toes. Like and then the consequences if you don't achieve enough, if you're not keeping up with the technologies, that you can be deregistered. Yeah, and for you to get back on that, you have to write again, I think, then board exams, and it could be tedious, man, and you don't want to do that. So you just keep with that. Okay, but that's now for the profession. That's the legal requirement.
Okay.
So for me personally, these years I've developed a passion for research, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, I love research.
You're talking about you've developed a passion for research.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I did. So I use that now to also to keep myself on the to keep myself on the toes and stuff, and also just to keep up with the changes, man, and stuff like that. But also because I had when I was doing my masters. Now I did my masters in health sciences, which was research based. I had so much support, man, like from international people and the bodies and everyone else involved. I got so much support, and then from there on, I'm like, hey, if I got this much support, maybe it's only like my way to put back.
It's only right that you return.
Exactly. Yeah. So what I do now these days, most of the time, I try to I co-supervise most students when they're doing their undergrad.
Yeah.
Undergrad is easy because not that they don't know anything, but it's easier because obviously you've been in the industry before. You know something they don't.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to help them with co-supervising their research, and whenever I can, when you write, maybe we should also start publishing, and then once you do that now, then you can also get your CPD points on point, and then you also now get informed. Because the thing is that for as much as you are helping them, you're mostly helping them with the structures and what to look up at. There are certain things that you never actually thought or never read on,
Yeah,
a topic that never really interested you before. And then you have this student now that is doing something.
Also, what I've noticed is like even for us in IT, the new students have because like as time goes and things evolve, things change, and new material comes up, you might miss it. But then the guys who are in school, they'll pick up. They might be undergraduates, but when they bring this, you're like, oh shit, this could actually be done this way. So even in our line of work, we it happens a lot, you know, because like also like once you are in the industry, a lot of things become repetitive and you just do it the same. So the new kids, when they come in, they have like new ways of doing things, and you would actually pick up from them. So that's true what you're saying.
Yeah, that is very true. The thing is that with the students now, good thing that you mentioned that they are new ideas. They actually, in my opinion, they have wild imaginations. Because these guys, they feel. I think we all been there before, ne? Even myself, I'm guilty for it. But at certain point, as a student, you feel like you can solve all the world's problems. You know? Yeah. So they come with these wild projects that they think that they can just do it. They just be like, I really hate to bust your bubble, but you can't really do this. Not at this level, anyway. Yeah. Maybe you can pick it up and you can do it for your master's or your PhD and stuff like that. But they have wild imaginations. But I think it's coming from a good place for most of the time. Yeah, they just really want to help, make the difference, impact. They want to solve the world's problems or just make healthcare better, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, but I like them. I just wish there was more support for them, for the students, more funding maybe, and more. Yeah, the institutions, man, must just do better.
Yeah, you know? we need to not even. I think as a country as a whole, we really need to push research and whatever. And those of us who have been in the industry, have some sort of experience, really need to get it into our hearts and be in a point where you are, like where you are now, to say, at some point I did research and I had so much help from other people. So why don't I just return the same favor and do the same good that was done onto me to other people?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we all get, but then it should be like a national thing, which we are, in Namibia we're not really big on research. It's where we need to get ourselves.
Yeah, the thing. Okay, just one more.
Sure.
One more.
That's why we're here. I'll pour you a shot even.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, the thing is that you're right about research. The thing I've noticed with when it comes to research and funding, it's mostly international donors.
Yeah,
we need at some point, man. We need to be independent, man.
Exactly.
Like we need our government to come through and you'll be like, okay, sharp, we have an actual budget and this is for your research and stuff like that. You don't have that. The thing is that when you depend on donors, you can only do project based on what they want.
What interests them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they can dictate to no, you can only do this and this.
Yeah,
and that's not right.
Put limitations to
exactly. Yeah, government must come through, man.
Yeah.
This is for your government. For sure.
Yeah.
And shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Jägermeister. We're drinking Jägermeister. One shot for me. Cool. Yeah. While we're on the Jägermeister topic, like I know at work you're a very stand-up guy. You are ethical, hardworking. and a straight shooter. Né? But from time to time, I mean, like I said, we are friends, so we hang out here and there to blow off some steam. Because, our line of work can be stressful.
Very.
It's the pressure it can be a lot. So sometimes we go out and. Yeah, I don't even like at this point. I'm thinking there's 2 shots that I gave you. I'm probably working because you Clayton, you are lightweight. I'm telling you, like we'll be chilling with I'll be chilling with you, and we just start getting to the session in a few beers. You're very happy already. But you know what I like about you most, né? Like you are the 1% I know. Like when you see, okay, I'm getting drunk or whatever, it's time to go home, and you go home.
Yes.
Like that's a problem a lot of people have, né? They don't know when to call it quits, and that's how you end up falling asleep in a club and passing out and whatever. With you will even just disappear. Like, I think you went to the bathroom, you're not there, I'm calling, you're not answering, and then, you become worried. Then,
I think I don't know if it's called self-awareness and stuff like that, but, you don't want to get to a place whereby you don't even know how you got home. Or where bad things can happen, because most these things happens. It's not wrong for you to want to have a beer or more every now and then. I mean, it's only human nature. And there's so much stress. You want to blow off some things, but I feel like being aware, self-aware, it's very important. So that's my thing. I don't know when it developed, but at some point, like. I just don't want to embarrass myself, man. I don't want to embarrass myself.
I will take videos of you all the time.
Exactly. I don't want to get to a point whereby like, you're doing some dumb shit or you pass out now, and then people take videos. So I'm like, whenever I'm able to, please, if I can, I would go home or I would ask my bra, take me home. Yeah, because I think it developed student life. Most. There was a time where I don't know what year it was. Maybe we were 30 or something. Yeah, we were chilling at the bra's house, man. I think Jason, shout out if you're watching this.
Shout out to Jason.
Yeah. So we were chilling at his place there somewhere in Katutura there, and then I think no. We were already drinking before that, and then we went house party and stuff like that. So I don't know what happened. I think I passed out at Jason's floor. Yeah, and my cousin made videos, and I keep looking back at those videos. I'm like, never again. But I don't want to be in that place again. I think that's where it started, like slowly, and then you just develop like the self-awareness. So I try by all means, if I can, go home again. Don't drive also.
It's a good trait. It's a good trait. Going home, because like I'm guilty for this, but the thing with me is also I know like my alcohol tolerance is but. With everything, if you push it too much, you are going to reach a breaking point. But so I know like sometimes I'm like, but it's getting hot now. I must go home. But I'm still in the groove and whatever, and that's an issue. But besides okay, like I said, we play a lot of video games. Besides playing video games, what else do you do, like, to pass your time and whatever? Because I know you like reading also. So like, what's like the top 2 best books that you've read that you would recommend to anyone?
Oh, okay. The one thing about also this year, I should maybe just say it. I made when people make New Year's resolution, you set your goals and you want to read a certain amount of books. Actually, for me this year, I decided I'm not gonna read a new book.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just feel like sometimes you can get lost in the source, man, and stuff like that. So, but this year I'm not reading any book. But if I have to recommend any book, or actually an author, which one of my colleagues plugged me on, it's this guy, Khalid Hosseini.
Okay.
And you guys good, bro. Like he describes the things and you can see it vividly, but just from the book, he's just like
imagining it.
And it's sad stuff. Like he's a refugee from Afghanistan and stuff like that.
Okay.
He said himself he didn't really suffer, but he writes about that.
Okay.
So I read 3 of his books. I think there's 1,000 Splendid Sun and then Kite Runner. Those are the 2 main ones.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you read it, you feel like you are reliving his reality or whatever he felt in whatever Afghanistan and stuff like that. If I have to recommend, it has to be those 2. Okay. And personally, I do not find self-help book useful. I'm sorry to say. Maybe financial advice books, yes. But the books, I purchased the book, Shigan. the Ferrari, the monk who bought a Ferrari
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yo, bro.
The no soul.
Yes, that one. Yeah. I have that book there. I'm sorry, Facey, if you read it, if you like it. I do not like the book, bro. I actually tried, maybe I tried rereading this book, started over 3 times,
Yeah.
and I could never get past maybe 2 chapters. So for me, and then I realized like self-help books are not my thing. Because I believe that, for the motivation or whatever drives you in life, it has to come from within. It has to come from you. Like, you decide, bro, you know your circumstances at home, man.
Yeah.
Ne? You know where you're from. You know what you want to achieve in life. Ne? You don't need somebody to tell you, kucha, bra. Ninga, longer. I feel like
when you mentioned that, it takes me back to an interview we did with a friend of mine by the name Joe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe. Where he was really talking about when he needed to change, it had to come from within. Like
Exactly.
You had to, try and find yourself and whatever. And also, it's so true when you say that. I mean, again, I'm also not bashing anyone who wants to read self-help books. And whatever. If it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
But like, people have different stories to tell and whatever. So someone's experience might not be your experience, so it could be different. But yeah, I guess whatever works for you.
Yeah, whatever works for you, please do, by all means. Maybe financial advice, that is good to do, because you need to know. You never know. Yeah, those ones I recommend. You never know if you want to do certain investment, where you should check, and when you know that it's a scam. You get people that get thrown into this small Ponzi scheme and stuff like that. Things that you should know that should be common sense, but sometimes it's not always. So financial books, yes, you can read. But for me personally, I don't, again, like what he said, no issue with anyone that read self-advice, but they are not my thing. No, your self-drive should come from within.
And also, like you can also again just find someone who might read financial books and it doesn't work for them.
Also,
like you sometimes just need to spend the money and realize, this I must not do again. Let me try this. But no. Like with things like investment and whatever, it's not really just knowledge that comes out of the blue. You don't just really experience it like that. So that you must sometimes seek advice to someone who has gone through it or read or whatever, or have someone guide you along those lines. But like you said, there's a lot of Ponzi schemes.
Yeah, bro.
So you're going to get scammed, my brother. You sell your mother and father's cows, you sell your couch, and people get scammed all the time.
The culture of influencers and stuff like. No, I have an issue of. I'm bashing people.
You have,
but I'm going to get cancelled.
This is if we're ever to change, if we're ever to change, if we're ever to change the name of the podcast, I would call it the Uncancelable Podcast. It's like I mean, everyone has the freedom to express themselves. And when you're speaking from your personal view, which someone who's listening must be in a position to know that, whatever I say, I'm not necessarily saying it's the right way to do it. It's just how I see it, and you are allowed to see it from a different angle, from a different perspective.
Yeah.
We don't always have to. Exactly. You respect someone else's opinion, and we don't always have to agree on the same things. Also, imagine if we agree on everything. Life would be so boring, bruh. Like, everything is just like this.
Just do this to your You see, they're not the same.
As a wise man once said, the lines on your hands here are the same. And they're different. They're different for a reason. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on to Again, I said we play a lot of video games. I was saying video games. We play a lot of Call of Duty mostly. Like it's the only game that we play as a group. But also like I think I play more games than not necessarily. Because like we both don't get time to play. That's the thing. But I think I explore other games more than you do. And then I kind of try to get the whole group to say, okay, let's try out this game. But now the issue is that our team, as one guy who has a PlayStation and it never works out. So I feel like we must all just be on the same platform so we can all play the same games. Because now, and this is what I don't like about this console wars or whatever they call it, where PS makes certain games for their console, Xbox makes certain games for their console. Because what we really want is just to play games, but we just want to have fun in whatever.
Cross platforms,
exactly. But you play FIFA. What other game do you play currently besides Call of Duty and FIFA?
I need to finish Gears of War.
Wait, you started playing Gears of War?
Yeah, bro.
Without me?
Yeah.
But why?
We play with Patrick.
Is
So, yeah.
it Gears of War 3 or 5?
No, I have the ultimate, so I'm starting from 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I played that one. I recently got a brother that we play with Mortal Kombat. Although
I started playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I
I
finished.
kick ass though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I finished the story now. I play with this guy. He's beating my ass, so I think I want to go back. I did download Destiny though. You recommended. I didn't play it. Yeah, but I have almost the Game Pass,
Yeah, yes.
and you have like access to countless games. I just need to actually
Shout out to Game Pass, man.
shout out. Yeah. I just feel like I need to get my money's worth. The thing is the time.
Yeah.
Time you need. Time.
Like you guys will play, and I'll see the messages on the WhatsApp group, and I don't even get a chance to play. But
Yeah.
I feel like whoever like wants to release himself of stress of whatever, if you don't work out and whatnot, and you just want to be at home, like get into video games, it really sets your mind. But for me also, and this is my opinion. I know I have other friends of mine, like PS guys, who like to play single player games, just want to play alone.
Yeah.
But I feel playing video games is most fun when you play with your bros. When
Yeah,
you guys
with
are
the group.
on a team online or whatever. Especially when you're it's like versus other guys. You guys look after each other and whatever, give each other weapons when you pick up.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
It's like for me, Friday nights, if I have nothing, especially, don't go out. Get your, in my case, beer. Get your case, go home, put on your headset, and hop on the game, man.
I'm still waiting for you and your brother to come get a rematch. After I whooped you guys' asses together, and I never played against you guys again because I don't want that thing of okay, you caught us on the bad day.
Yeah.
But again, I must not come look for you guys. You guys must come look for me.
Yeah, we will definitely we'll assemble
Cool.
like the Avengers.
Yeah. I like to be nosy on this podcast and get into people's private lives.
Yeah.
You are a very intelligent man. And Hans like smart guys. How do you before you answer that question, are you in a relationship? Are you single? This is a rhetorical question in my case, but I want you to answer because I know the answer. But yeah,
Nah, definitely, bro. You can honestly any guy that tells you they are single, they are lying to you, bro. I mean, especially if it's
straight up cap.
Yeah, if there's something going on, no, so obviously no. I'm happily in a relationship.
Okay.
My baby mama actually. I have a child.
Shout out, man.
Shout out to Chance Man also.
Before we go there, that's like one of my favorite topics to talk about, like fatherhood. We'll get there.
Yeah.
How do you navigate? Again, like, do you know what I've noticed about? And again, this is my opinion. What I've observed about women is when they see a man has some sort of a stable job, whatever, they're somewhat smart and whatever, they got their life going for themselves.
Yeah.
As it somehow always sparks an interest. How do you navigate pushing them away and all that?
Yeah,
on the DMs.
Yeah. No, the thing I think it's the similar thing to alcohol.
Yeah.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, must know yourself, my guy, and what's going for you. Like you do assessment. Whatever you have going on, is it worth it, to you, or is it not, and stuff like that. That's the first thing, self-awareness, and just brush it off. Yeah. And secondly, with people that I find interesting, you meet people all the time, you talk to them. I do not ask people numbers. That's the one thing for me. I don't know. At this point, actually, I don't know how to ask people numbers. And I just try not to chat up people and stuff like that. If I don't have to.
What if they just hit you in the DM with their number?
No, then you don't respond. You don't go and text that number.
Yeah.
You don't. But it depends on individual, obviously, and you know what it's important to you. And then you make your own assessments. If it's what you have going on, it's good. Then there's no reason for you to, go hunting again and stuff like that. Yeah, there isn't. So please don't. Self-awareness.
Cool. Now we come to what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Fatherhood. You have a son?
I have a boy. Yes.
How old is your son again?
He's a year now.
Yeah.
A few months. Yeah.
Do you know? Like, I take so much pride.
No. Sorry, he's 2.
2.
Yeah, he's 2 actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Madam, what's this video? Like, you don't know how old our son is.
No, he's 2.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But
He's
again,
too-
like I
yeah.
was saying, I take so much pride in being a dad. Like I feel it's the biggest accomplishment in my life.
Yeah.
And I have accomplished quite a few things in my life. So it's not to say like it's not like you didn't have anything going for you anyways.
Yeah.
But
You know,
so
and our fatherhood is your whole personality.
exactly. So how's the experience for you? You know, being a father, being in a position to love someone more than you love yourself. Being in a position where you know, like, in as much as I have to, you know, so like have a good time, whatever. There's
Yeah.
always someone who's a priority, and if I have to, not buy myself a sneakers I want because my little homie needs nappies or whatever. Or
Yeah.
whatnot. Obviously, we plan ahead, but I'm just saying if it came to that, how does it feel to have someone like that in your life?
Yeah. Okay. I know I just said being fatherhood becomes your whole personality and stuff, man.
Yeah.
But I actually understand for people that that do it, that you would find a person, a lady or a guy that just have a child, and then their whole personality, even their social media, for example, presence just revolves around their child. I get it. Yeah, because not that mine does, but I get it. So because it gives you pride, man. It gives you like some sort of sense of responsibilities.
Yeah.
And then the part that I like the most is that these niggas, these young ones, they know nothing. They know nothing about anything.
Yeah.
So they look up to you to teach them everything.
Everything.
You know, and then their whole personality, even if it evolves around them, it's rightfully so because you are there to protect them and to guide them.
Yeah.
You know, they know nothing. This guy, you give them an open flame, for example, like a match or something, and they would touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't know anything. And then you'll be like, this person, you can't leave them alone. You know,
Yeah.
you need to be there for them. You need to prioritize them. You need to make sure, which whenever I'm going drinking, okay, this is my beer money, and this is the little homie's money.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, for his things and stuff like that, because they are not even in position where they can do these things for them. Yeah, but it's been a good journey, man. One thing I like, I mean, for me, I guess it makes sense because I'm the one with the car and you drive, but I never missed any, let's say, hospital appointments or whatever for my boy. My boy, yeah, I go there. Sometimes it's usually just me, and then it doesn't always have to be the other person there. But I always make sure, you show up for the boy whenever you have to.
And you know what's something I take also pride in? This generation of fathers, shit, bro. Like we are there for our kids.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like back in the days,
Some, not all.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Some. But honestly,
but
we also cannot ignore.
There's a change. There's a
Yes.
change in how guys are openly speaking about I am a dad. I take care of this person, whatever.
Yeah.
Where back in the days, some topics were just shying away from, and some were not even there for their own kids or whatnot.
Exactly.
But like I think this new generation of fathers, like are just a good example. It's in our squad, the guys who play video games. It's you, it's David, it's Adolf also on our group, all fathers, and we all talk about our kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I feel like this new wave of fathers, man, we are shining there by. We are trying.
Yeah, he said not all, but I feel like we also can't ignore the fact that there has been an improvement, man.
Yeah, there has been.
Like in this current generation, although there's still a lot of people that needs to step up, do better. Yeah, but we shouldn't be our father's generations. I feel like you should learn from, if you saw something good from your topi, amplify it, pass it on. If you see something that wasn't as good, you're trying to improve it, be the better version, man. Yeah, be the father that you wish you had. I mean, obviously your father was good, but he could be better always. Or he was good. So keep that standard,
Like with me, I have this thing. If let's say you are someone around my age group and we are brass or whatever, if I hear that you are a parent or you have a child out there and you don't take care of them, you and I can't be friends.
Yeah.
Because like, why am I spending my time with you? Why am I even talking? Like that is for me, it's how I cut off guys in my life. Because like I can't comprehend how someone lives with themselves, out having a good time and whatnot and what. But you have someone there who's your own flesh and blood that you don't take care of. It just never sits well with me. So like I don't associate myself with brass like that at all, bruh. Even if I know you from the kasi or whatever, like, I'm not saying we should all give our kids the best lives.
Yeah.
As long as I know you are trying by the best of your ability and you're doing whatever, and then you can be in my circle. As long as you are that come absent father or whatever.
Yeah. No, that is true, man.
Cut off.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe not cut off, but call them out, man.
I don't look. I can't associate myself with you. Also, like, or maybe that's where I'm wrong. Like, maybe I should now approach a homie and tell them.
Yes.
Only afterwards can I. But what I normally do is like, I'm gone.
Yeah, no. I believe, okay, cutting off people, like, I don't think it solves the problem because this person is going to go on their own way and they continue to be a deadbeat or whatever. Okay. Calling out. Yeah.
I'll do better.
Yeah. Calling out, I feel like it's best because, I mean, you can every now and then check in because you're still like, oh, bruh, hey, the story is improving. How's the kid?
Yeah.
How's the little one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time you check in, it also sort of like call them got to responsibilities. Yeah. If you cut them out, it's like, man, there's one problem. You're just gonna continue be the person that they are, and you're not gonna know because cut off this relationship with the person. Yeah. But if you call them out and you constantly check in, and then that's way better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in my opinion. No. You do you though.
No, look. Again, something about me is like I like to acknowledge when I'm wrong or when there's a better idea presented to the table, and I'm like, this is way better than how I am approaching what I'm approaching currently. So what you're saying is that's totally right.
Yes.
Cool. Moving on. I want us to wrap up. Like for someone who knows you have so many unpopular opinions. So this is a general question, man. Yeah. What are your thoughts on job running for president?
Yeah, I've been ready for this one. But personally, I like the guy. Okay. He's I like the fact that he stirs up things, man.
Yeah.
You know?
No. That means it's an earthquake, bro.
Yeah, it's an earthquake, yeah. So, the recent stunt, I don't want to say it's a stunt, but it looks like a stunt. The recent stunt he did with a dog eating meat. Mm-hmm. I know you guys discussed eating the dog and stuff the other time. Mm-hmm. So, he went up there, like, obviously, he wants to get people talking, not only about him, but about certain laws that was set on the issue about, eating dog meat. I think there was a law that was set in the 70s or whatever that still stands, that prohibits and stuff like that. When he does stunts like that, and then he calls to, he puts this now law into questions, and people have a discussion about, okay, Mara, we have a law that prohibits this, Mara, it's from the 80s. Do you think that it's still relevant or should we amend it and stuff like that? It's still applicable. Mm-hmm. So, and things like that. Those are the stunts that I like about him. I like the fact that he call out people when no one has the courage to call them out. The ministers and so many cabinet people, the recent one, the SLT minister, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many irregularities, but people see this and they feel like, there's nothing wrong with this. But no one is having a discussion about it. So I feel like he needs to be in position where he should have more power. Maybe not president per se, but maybe we need to empower him more. Maybe let's even put him at ACC, Anti-Corruption Commission or whatever. Yeah. But I like him a lot because he provokes man. He had the conversation, those difficult ones that no one wants to go there. Yeah. The people that everyone is afraid to approach. Mm-hmm. And these people, like, they just go on. They feel like they're untouchable until there's this small boy that go out there and then he talks about them. But I feel like he needs more power because he says these things. He go put them on social media. But I don't think he has the power for prosecution and stuff like that. I do not necessarily, however, feel like he would make a good president. Maybe not now. Not now.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. Not this current one. Maybe not even the next. Mm-hmm. But maybe 10 years from now, we can give the homie a chance. Yeah. But for now, he needs to be more empowered.
But with that said, who else is there, though, that you could say?
Yeah, that's another
one. That's like, for me, the most difficult question is to answer. Like you say, besides them, what other better option do we have out there?
Yeah, how do coalition government works, on? Whereby,
two parties run the
something like that, hasn't it? Like now, I feel like no, there is.
So you want to mix and match or what?
Mix and match. It's just that these people are greedy now with power.
But you see that mix and match is ideal, but once people get into power, because like you have this very good characteristic about this person, you have this very good characteristic of this person, and then together they form the ideal. Leadership.
Exactly.
But once everyone has a little taste of power, then they start fighting against each other. So ultimately, it never really works. So I don't know.
Yeah. no, because that's it's my opinion. Like, I'm looking at the guys that are running things. I don't think that's a good candidate. If we could mix and match, like you said, like form a coalition, maybe. But in my opinion, at the moment, no. Yeah, or maybe should SWAPO remain in power? Should they remain in power? They need to lose some of the seats they have in parliament, so that you have more people with different opinions that can get to sit at the table and have their discussion heard. Yeah, I'm saying this considering the recent ruling about the Jerry Kanjo, the homie.
Yeah.
That homie is so many ideas. I don't want to get into him, but anyway, he passed the bill, right? We expected, I expected personally, like the oppositions to come through and just air their views and stuff, like which it could be done separately and whatever. But I don't think maybe they didn't have enough seats of the oppositions, or the people that were sitting there from the opposition. I feel like they also have similar ideas. So none of them actually even came forward to oppose or to table something differently. So maybe if SWAPO could loosen up some of the seats they have, you get more people from the opposition with diverse ideas. Yeah, and then you have a discussion that is more inclusive and that's more informed. When the laws are being passed, are more informed. Yeah, but because at the moment I just feel like they are not doing that. The guys from the opposition, like, you'd be rooting for them. They are not just doing that. The youth that are there, they are not doing the discussion that they are not representative enough of the so-called youth agenda or opinions. They are not doing it for me. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, to wrap it up.
Yeah.
What are Mr. Clayton-Ipinga's plans for the future? I mean, I know you've been traveling here and there.
Yeah.
Homie is getting stamps and the passport. So what are your future plans going forward? If it's something you're willing to share, because sometimes you share future plans, and the fact that you say them out loud to people, then they don't flourish, or someone jinx it for you, I guess.
Yeah. Ish. That's another one, yeah. It's that's similar to tell us about yourself question, yeah, because for me I feel like it's loaded because I don't know, man. Yeah. For as much as you want to go with the flow, you also want to position yourself in an environment where you can grow, basically. Yeah. I don't want to say now that I have specific in mind that I want to do in the future, in the next 5 years or something. I don't think I have that yet. Yeah, but if one thing I actually want to give, I just want to be able to be in a position where I can give back more. Yeah.
Mad respect.
Yeah, thanks, man. In terms of, like, I don't know what I alluded earlier, maybe in terms of research, in terms of more charity work, but charity begins at home as well. So also, give back home to the family and the people that, laid the foundation for you.
When you speak of charity, I'm thinking maybe we should, I'm not trying to get people to quote us on this podcast, like, because do something. I like giving back. You've probably seen. So we could do something, give back to schools in the north or whatever. And the good thing is about giving back, it doesn't necessarily all have to come from you. You can just align all your resources, and by resources I mean all your close friends or whatever, to say give a little here, give a little here, give a little here.
Create a platform for whereby people are able to share or whatever. Yeah, okay. But basically for me, that's it. I want to be in a place or in a position where I should be, spontaneously grow.
Yeah.
And when I'm there, be in a position where I can give back more in whatever capacity I can, family-wise, education-wise, or academic-wise, or, just give back to the people. Oh, the other thing I want, while we are talking about that, with the little homie that we're talking about, yes, we maybe don't notice, but you tend to actually get a lot of things for your kid, like you prepared for this for your kids, the things that you get before they were even born, from the baby showers and stuff like that. You accumulate a lot of stuff. So we came up to a point whereby we actually, we try, if we can, every year, go back to his things and give back to all his old things, to somebody, because there's always someone, there's always a mother that's always there in need. That's also partly, but I wish we could do more. Yeah, and that's, for me, that's what I want to do in the future. Obviously, exponentially grow, do more studies, maybe, I guess. I don't know, maybe another master's or a PhD. Yeah, or something like that, man. Yeah, just perpetual growth.
All right. Yeah, man. It's been awesome. It's been lovely. It's been great.
Yeah.
You see, it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Thank you very much. I know you felt somewhat forced because it's my brother now. I must just go because But think about the impact this might leave on someone else who's watching, especially students who want to become medical scientists. I'm saying the terminology right now.
Yeah, medical scientists.
So yeah, thank you very much for coming on the Nokia podcast. That's been it. Don't forget to like, comment. Please leave a comment, guys. I can't emphasize this. Put a comment so you can start the engagement. Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Nokia podcast with Mr. Clayton. We are out. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Ciao.